Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. We're through the bye weeks and into the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Straight to the air they go. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Straight to the air here. It's Young. It's a completion to Michael Pittman Jr. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there, and it'll give the Panthers a 1st down. Out of the gun, Young. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Running once more with Brooks. And he's brought down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. There was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Set to return this, Trey Palmer. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That was B.J. Ojulari on the stop. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Tampa Bay in punt formation now. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt goes 63 yards. And it's going to be Panthers football. They're set up at the 35 now. Carried by Brooks to start the drive. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And the Buccaneers scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Back to throw. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He'll look to throw. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Panthers take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble. Then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Again, it's Brooks. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They pick up a yard. Still need one more, though. 3rd down coming up.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. That's the 1st and more inside the 45. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Quite the throw from him on that play, God, I gotta say, you look like you'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
And Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out, and it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. On the return, here's Palmer. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Running left, this is Irving. Jukes one defender. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. This one finds Irving. Takes out a one-stop. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
We're a quarter of the way. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Pass play coming here. He sends this one to the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return starts at the 9. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Young on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset them.
The lateral goes haywire. It's out. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Here we go, 2nd and very long. He'll get this one to Brown. Running down the left side. A.J. Brown. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a 9-point advantage. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get...
Rush coming off the edge, and they block it!
I can feel the anger all the way up here, Kate. They did not like giving up the big play, the lengthy touchdown. And they decided to release a little bit of that frustration via the special teams. That juice, that energy, you could feel it overwhelmed there and led to the block.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing it to start this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now it's 2nd down. On the give, this is Irving. Across the 45 and still going. Down the sideline inside the 30. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers make it a field goal game. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Starting at the 10. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Shotgun snap now to Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
On 3rd down, it's Young. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out! And the Buccaneers scoop it up!
And that is the definition of an impact play from the defense. Everything been going poorly for them, right? They're poised to surrender some big yardage, but one big hit changed all of it and creates a big play on their side instead.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Throwing now, following the turnover. Catch is made down the right sideline. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll throw on 1st. Irving hauls it in. Escapes a defender. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Irving on the inside give. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Back to throw now. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Panthers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Hand off here for Brooks. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
On the give, it's Brooks. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
And the Buccaneers clogging up the throwing lanes. We got 6 DBs out there. 3rd down. straight ahead. Here's Brooks. And his short run's going to get them into enemy territory to the 49. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. As they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. Getting right back to it after that interception. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10 now. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll try and throw it here. He's trying to go deep again. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception, which is forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Drops to a knee, clock's gonna run unless that defense burns one of its 2 remaining timeouts. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Starting from the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
On first down, here comes Brooks. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2. Carolina in punt formation. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. He fields this at the 18. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. This ball's cut by Palmer. Now he's past the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Working inside the red zone, buying some time right. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers start the second half with some... Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. So the Buccaneers keeping their offense on the field. 2-point attempt coming up. He's throwing for it! And he makes the catch in the end zone, and that two-point try trims the deficit to 1. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, Brooks. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This is Brooks heading left. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Now a give to Brooks, coming left. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. It's a gain of just 2. They needed 5. It's going to be 4th and 3. On now comes their punter. And they could really use a good one here. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
From the 29. As the open man downfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Another 2-point conversion attempt upcoming from the Buccaneers. Looking for a throw here. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. He fields it from the 8. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Motion man sent left. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Young working from the gun. Another turnover. This time it's an interception. That's the rookie from Auburn. And the Buccaneers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing now off play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to it. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. So we're through 3 here. It's Buccaneers. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. Hits him on the in route. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Handoff headed right, Irving. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Back now, pressure on its way. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Irvin here from the gun. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. That run gets him 7. It's going to bring up 3rd and 12.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Culp with a catch. And he's able to get this down to the 13. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
This is biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. High percentage look for him here from the left hash.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 13. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's caught. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And the Buccaneers scoop it up. Him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. 1 play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Here's the give to Irving. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Gonna keep this one and go. And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return coming here from the 12. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Rush coming for Young. Fits it through the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Working quickly here. To the air on 1st down. Young. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
They go play action on 1st. Bails out of the pocket quick. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So they let 1st down stand since it worked out well for them. The penalty declined. That brings up 2nd and 10. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll throw it. It's complete to Culp. Juke the defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They give to Irving, left side. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Going to the ground again on 1st. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Looking to the air here. Complete out to the right. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Buccaneers nearing their 9th win of the season. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock. Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back, and this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Oh no, they get him yet again.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Second down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals with a chance at